Look at these beauties. We have these incredible jewels from the earth, all at our own pleasures today. Welcome to the Elegantly Raw Show. Hi, I'm your host, Doreet, and I've got to tell you that this is something that I've been waiting to share with you because I was actually on a search for something really unusual and delicious for the audience. And I thought of making all these different things, but then one day, despite the fact that I prefer monojuicing, I prefer to have pineapple juice by itself, cantaloupe juice. I prefer to have honeydew melon juice. I prefer to have oranges, especially blood orange juice by itself. I don't like mixing in my juices, just like when I eat fruit, I don't mix. But, but I got these stunning apples. And by the way, these are called piñata, just like the piñata, in Mexico for parties that you then have to learn to hit. And then it breaks open and all these things spill out. And I got these piñata. And I got some other apples that were really different and that I wasn't used to. And I thought, ooh, I'm going to use these to make, of course, an apple juice. But I don't like apple juice by itself. So I decided to bring some other things in. And oh my gosh, did I ever come up with something special for you? So this is what I'm teaching you today, is to make this juice. I don't have a name for it yet, but I'm asking you, please come up with a name for it yourself and then let me know. Give me the name below. So let's go. Let's look at how to make this juice, because I'm telling you, this juice is something that you are going to absolutely love. And why do I think you're going to love it? Because not only is it unusual, but it's just brilliant in its taste. So you need a juicer. Of course, I've got the batch juicer here. What I'm going to be doing is using passion fruit. You'll need a big, thick, fat, juicy red bell pepper. Do not substitute. The red bell pepper is when the pepper is ripe. Do not use a green because it's not ripe. Do not use a yellow. It's just beginning to ripen. Do not use the orange. It's almost there. Use the red. And the redder, the better, because this is a fruit and you want your fruits to be always ripe. Now, I'm going to just put this to the side while I show you how to open the red bell pepper. Once it's ripe, it's really easy to open it. You use your thumbs, and I'm going to put this on the table, and you push down with your thumb like this. And when you do this, it just goes through if it's very, very ripe. Now, I didn't want a very ripe one because I'm juicing and I wanted it to be much firmer and thicker. So we're going to cut it instead. And I don't have to cut a lot because this juicer that I'm using, which is the Nama juicer, is their new batch juicer. Well, relatively new. It's now a few months old. But in the world of juicing, it is just spectacular. Spectacular, spectacular, spectacular. So I don't need to cut it any more than this because because it's a batch juicer. So I can just put it in, and this is so quick. This is what's really the miracle part. Now, here is my favorite part. This, to me, is what really makes this juice outstanding. Dill. I love, 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 love dill. Oh, and the aroma of this dill. Oh my gosh, the scent of it. It is just bewitching. Absolutely incredible. And now I can either put this whole apple in or I can deseed it. So if you want, you can deseed it. You don't have to deseed it totally because the toxic part of the seed is only toxic when you, or makes a difference when you actually eat a lot of it. But it's up to you what you do with it. But I'm not going to put them in today because I'm going to be juicing a lot of them. So I like to use a mixture of juice of different apples, not just the same apple all the time. So I've got some Gala as well. And I like to put in some green apples, although I'm not doing it today. But if you have a lot of apples, and especially if you have an apple tree, go right ahead and do this, please. Now, we must not leave this out. This is the passion fruit. And I'm going to bring it to you and show it to you in just a moment. How stunning it is, how beautiful it is. I have to get a spoon to take it out, using, of course, only ceramic spoons. And oh, if only you could, the fragrance of this, if I could just give this to you, this fragrance, I think you'd understand why this juice is just so phenomenal. It is now my favorite juice, my absolute all-time favorite juice. Now, if you ask me, you prefer this even more than the cantaloupe juice or the pineapple juice? No, no, no. Cantaloupe is not in season now, but I eat seasonally. Everything I do is seasonal, including my juices. So for the winter season, this is my favorite. Nothing can come across cantaloupe juice, a well-ripened cantaloupe, or 2 or 3 in a juice, or a honeydew melon in a juice. Even more so than watermelon in the juice. I prefer to eat the watermelon, actually. Look, it's all gone. So don't need that anymore, but I still see I have a little bit of the dill left, and I'm not going to do without that. Let's put this on. Get the show on the road, wipe my hands. Get some more apples. We're ready to go. So that was not a lot of apples at all. There were only 2 in there. So let's cut up some more. And we can put them in the middle right here. I love this juicer because I hope you can see that. Maybe I'll move the camera in a moment so you can see what's going on there. See, it's filling up here now. And here the pulp is coming out. Put lots and lots and lots and lots of the apples in there. Lots of the apple. And then put that there. I'm going to be putting in more of the passion fruit as we go along. You can see they're all at different stages of being ripe. And this is how I love them, because this is when all that passion is in them and all that passion gets released from them. Always check your apples for any bruises and make sure you cut that off and you do not include that in there as well. So just like how you don't like bruises, same thing here. I'm opening this up because you see the juice is full. This container is full of the juice already. Now I'm going to put something else in, which are the caviar limes. But before I do that, let me put some more of this apples, these apples in there. I'm putting this in the center, so for that reason I've got to stop it. Now what I really like about this batch juicer is that I don't have to constantly be babying it or tending it. I don't have to be pushing anything down the chute. I just put the stuff in and leave it alone. See, another blemish here. Cut that off, put that away, and then you're fine. But always inspect your apples completely and totally before you start. Okay, or before you can purchase them, or when you pick them from the tree. If you're lucky enough to have a tree from which you can pick them, I say, woo, woo to you. I just love it when people have their own trees, you know. I'm putting together a California fruit festival, and I really hope as many of you will attend as possible. One of them, of course, will be in person, but not everybody can attend. The other one will be virtual, so you can still attend over Zoom, via Zoom. And you can look at the Instagram page or the Facebook page for that information. More juice coming out here, because I really want people to be aware that fruits have become so ridiculously expensive that I would like to decommodify it. And we're going to be having a fruit swap there. Now, can the fruit swap be done virtually? Yes, we're going to be connecting people, anybody who is on the Zoom virtual fruit festival can leave their names and say which trees they have, and we will ask people to contact them and they in their area, wherever they are in the world, and then you can all get together and swap out when you have an overabundance of fruit. Because I think we all need to start doing that for each other. We need to make sure that money is not what stands between us and the fruit of the earth. And that is the reason why I have created a California fruit festival, and it's global. It's all over. Anyone, anywhere can participate. We're going to be having speakers and panelists. We're just going to be making sure that people have a way to connect with fruit, no matter what their income level, no matter what their present economic situation, and their health will benefit tremendously. So I'm going to be putting in more of this. Oh, the passion fruit. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Let's put that in there. As soon as I put this in there, I'll put some apples, because the apple, of course, is quite sturdy, and so it will help to do this even quicker. I'm going to put just some apple in here right now. Put that in there. It will help to make sure that this gets really juiced really well. And I have to empty the container with the juice before we go any further. So notice I can pull this away while it's still juicing, because it has a cover which covers it so it doesn't come out. I have to open that for it to come out. And this is why I really like this juicer. So look at this juice, everyone. Look at the colors in here. But the aroma is really, the fragrance of this is what's really makes this the most incredible, delicious, and appealing juice. Remember, we eat with our senses. Of course, immediately I'm covering it. Immediately. Always cover your juices right away. Now, what is this I have here? This is moringa, 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 moringa. The moringa aloe. Why? Because this is going to be adding such a great deal of nutrients to it. I don't have to put this in the juicer. I can put this in the blender, or just put it in here and mix it around. And I do that afterwards. But I'm suggesting that if you want to really up the intake, let's say this is going to be your main meal for the day, you won't have time later on to make anything or eat or drink anything because your schedule is so tight for the day, then I say put some moringa, because it is known as, for those of you who think that protein is the most important thing to eat, which is not, it has a tremendous amount of protein in it. So what the body really needs is the amino acids. And when you get them from plants, then you're no longer overstressing your digestive system or absorption or eliminatory systems at all. So as you can see, I'm putting a lot more of the apples in there. It take a lot of apples. Now, I started to tell you that I was going to be using the caviar limes, and I really like this one because it comes in this bag, which keeps it fresh. And this is from Farm Stand, a company called Farm Stand, so it comes straight from the farm. Here is the caviar lime I'm going to be using. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. And this is going to, even if you think the aroma was enough, no, no, no. By using the caviar lime, look at this, everyone. Oh, that's why it's called caviar lime. See? I'm putting that in here now. And this is going to bring it to even greater heights. Oh, gee, the aromas in this place. You know, just from this alone, people will be running into your kitchen and saying, what are you making? May I please have some? You don't need to tell them that it's raw. You don't need to tell them how amazing it is for you. You don't need to tell them that the moringa is one. There have been many studies done with the moringa powder, and it comes in powder form. Do not take the tablets, please. Use it because it's food. You don't have to tell them that it's loaded with phytochemicals. You don't have to tell them that it has so much protein and calcium in it that they can give up that dairy and all that other stuff that they eat. You don't have to tell them that there's beta carotene and huge amount of vitamin C and A and potassium in there. Everything that they need for their health is in this moringa. You don't have to tell them that. Just give it to them. They let them come in for the aroma and let them leave with the nutrition and watch their health soar and watch how they react as all day long. They're on such a high, they don't start eating any of the usual stuff that they normally eat. So notice I said stuff. I didn't say food because it's not food, it's just stuff. Okay, so I'm putting some more of this apple in there. We're almost there with the apples. Yes, it's a lot of apples that I use. And like I said before, sometimes I do use green apples as well. So the moringa is actually given to children in a lot of what we call third world countries, who often are suffering from life-threatening vitamin A deficiencies. And so it is amazing. It is also helpful to, and it's linked often to impaired immune function. So it's amazing for anybody who's suffering from inflammation. Oh my God, it's so anti-inflammatory. And it helps to combat a lot of various aspects of malnutrition and also of aging. Would you believe it? So that's what earned it the name, the miracle plant. That I'm talking about, of course, the Moringa oleifera. I get man from Selena naturally, Selina naturally. Now, as you can see, I have another huge container here that's all ready to go. So what I do is I make a lot at once so that it will serve me all day long. And I just take this with me. I'm going out right after this, and I'm just going to be taking this with me. So I don't have to stop someplace to eat something or get something to eat that's inferior. I'll put some moringa in this before I go. I will just swish it around, mix it in there, because I don't have time to do the actual blender, but you can also put it in the blender as well. So I only have one apple left. So let's finish up this one apple. So we'll have a little bit more of this. But we have more in here as well. And then we will have breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. I don't eat that way. I just eat when I'm hungry. And I prefer to eat things that have a lot of water in them, because that's one of the elements. And I actually nourish myself and feed myself according to the elements of the earth. So we need to be replenished with the elements. So let me pour this out. I'm saving these two to make some more tomorrow because I have lots of more apples, and I'll make these tomorrow. So there we go. We have 4 incredible juice today that is going to feed you, even if you don't have time for the rest of the day, especially if you put the moringa in there, it will feed you all day long. So one last glass of this, and there you have it. You have your meal. Look how beautiful, everyone. This is like, oh, see, I got three out of here. Three. So this is like wellness encapsulated in a drink. You don't have to eat after this. This is enough, but you're so well hydrated as well. Let's remember the work that the liver does for us. We never appreciate it, and it needs to be detoxed. And actually, apples are so detoxing. So making apple juice is something that's really important to do when apples are in season. So there you have it. 1, 2, and here comes number 3. Life is so incredible, miraculous when we eat straight from the earth. Life is a bounty of love and the aromas here, the incredible perfume that is now going to be in your body and perfume your body. No more of those horrible scents coming off of your body. What you're going to be having is the sense of passion fruit, of moringa, if you put the moringa in there, dill. Let's not forget the dill. You're going to be having red bell peppers in there as well. So enjoy, everyone. Until next week, please find a way in your life to make yourself matter by changing the language that you speak around yourself and around your diet. I look forward to more of these fun recipes with you. So until next time, be well, be mindful, be bold, and know that you do matter.